Kind of going through the Rolodex in my head of clubs that Mickelson has been part of in the design, and there's, well, obviously this putter's using this week. There's the 2-wood that he has in the bag this week. Remember, before he won back-to-back tournaments using 2 drivers, won the Masters, maybe it was 06 he did that, and he won the week before in Atlanta. The wedges now with the grooves that go all the way out to the toe.
Yeah, remember it was the kind of the Mickelson grind where the grooves went all the way up to the toe.
What in the world was that?
Was that a bit of a hosel rocket, perhaps? Or did it go off the toe? I'm not sure. Perhaps we can get a replay and see what happened to that, but Top Tracer couldn't quite figure that one out.
Look at Tim, his brother's face. He had to put his sunglasses on and say, wait a minute. That was bizarre for Mickelson. It's going to be fun to watch how he makes 3.
Well, it's always entertaining to be able to use one of those, some of his wedge wizardry. Oh, that's easy for you to say. All right, Kevin Tway now. You can see the hole is located right there. Or maybe a little bit left of that, but you can't really go at that flagstick. You've just got to play slightly left, like we saw John Rahm play. Now, it's a green regulation, but it is going to be a lengthy birdie effort there for Kevin. Not 188 yards with the length of Cameron Champ. Couldn't be more than a 7-iron. Could even be an 8, but more likely a 7, I think. The wind is just coming slightly from right to left. So this would be a good target line, right about in there. But with a fade, not a draw. Well, that's not normally his shot shape, is it, Ned? He doesn't really fade it too much. It tends to go from right to left. 57 feet of curvature on the...
Stop and said, no. Question is, how are you treating life? And we sat there for 5 minutes and kind of unpacked what that meant, and it was just an interesting conversation as Rahm blasts away here at the 8th. That was handy.
Sean Foley, I've had many a fascinating discussion with him. He is a deep thinker too. It's a pretty loose lie here from...
I'm not ready.
Trying to figure out exactly what this lie is going to do, and it doesn't look like that sand there is fairly firm. It looks like it's got some, I don't know if you would call it bark, but it definitely is a little fluffy, so I'm not sure if he's going to try and nip this or if he's going to try and hit a little bunker shot.
Look at this youngster, front row seat.
Oh, yeah.
To maybe some magic from Mickelson.
But he's taking a picture with his eyes, not his camera. Gone for the bunker shot. Oh, I just caught too much ball.
Over at the 8th, meanwhile, Steve Wu.
Well, there's not a lot you can say about that.
Just 2 holes ago, he was fiddling with that finger down the shaft. He said, I don't know that I've seen him do that. And he walked off and made a few extra practice strokes. And you can tell he's now thinking about his putting stroke. And typically when you see these guys hit that poor of a shot, it's because they're thinking about something.
Now, lengthy one across the green. Fairly fast, but that fooled Cam.
Let's check out his grip, see if we notice if he's throwing that finger down the shaft. There it goes.
Oh, this would be a heck of a 2-putt if he can get this one in. Oh, it was a misread.
Now, Tway, did he learn anything? It doesn't look like it yet.
No.
3 inches.
That's really, well, I don't want to say unforgivable, but you can always learn something from someone that's putted before you, especially if, I mean, they're on the PGA Tour. They usually hit good putts, or at least make good contact, I should say.
They all, you know, they kind of all see the same things, though, right? That
Yeah,
putt
that's
must
true.
look fast, but certainly he would have been watching Cameron's. This doesn't look all that easy for Phil.
I have a feeling he might do something mercurial here. It's got that look, but yes, it does not look easy. If anyone can manage it, he can. It's got that, probably the 64 degree there. Yeah.
Homa.
A very slow putt going back up towards the mountain.
I wonder if the 8th in the shadows over there, maybe just a little bit slower or something, because Si Woo was fooled as well.
Okay, par 5 upcoming and get into the weekend.
Another par save here for Champ.
Yeah, a couple good looking strokes in a row. Okay.
Three-putt bogey.
Annoying. They even have a stat here on the PGA Tour, 3-putt avoidance. And you want to be high in that category. PhilMickelson not the highest in 3-putt avoidance, sadly for Phil.
Not avoiding a 3-putt may have cost Brandt Snedeker the cut.
Yeah, number 1 in 3-putt avoidance is Patrick Reed. Phil ranks 178th. I was doing some looking at his stats, so that's not the best. So is it your distance control or is it your hole-out putts? Maybe a combination of the two, Ned.
This is for bogey. It has his full attention. You can count on that.
No, it was a pretty poor iron shot, wasn't it? We're not quite sure what happened, whether it was a shank or... Okay. Minimize the damage.
8th hole, Kevin Tway, 3 under par. The leaders are 12 under.
And I don't hate this play with a long iron. I think that's really all he needs. Just get it to the bottom of the hill, find the fairway somehow, and then you can attack.
Big stick out for Homa here, 571 yards.
Yeah, drill it over the top of that tallest tree there nearest the fairway. Oh, that'll be ideal.
Cameron Champ, this is just a long iron.
See if he can eliminate that hook from his... Yes.
Si Woo with the 9th. He's got that extra gear that he likes to try to tap into on these par 5s. You saw him, that left heel comes up, and then it kind of has that Bryson look where he peels out on the left side.
Kind of take a little bit of pressure off that left ankle.
Mickelson logging in here at the 8th. Needs to shake off that swing on the 7th.
A little fade with a hybrid would be ideal. There you go, as a fairway finder.
So Maverick McNeely, who made 1 par coming home on his inward 9, he shot 8 under. He had an eagle and what was it, 9 birdies, 3 bogeys?
I think he only had 5 pars, if I remember counting correctly.
Must have been fun to watch.
But he started out with 3 bogeys. I mean, that is, you know, that's impressive. It's not too many 64s that start out with 3 bogeys.
Tom Hoge got on a roll, 66, 7 under. Ches Reavie, he's just kind of treading water, shot 65 yesterday.
Yeah, he's going to have to get on his bike on the back 9 to catch Maverick.
You talked about Jason Duffner in the gym, picking up
Yes.
some muscle to try to gain some yardage.
Well, trying to pick up some speed, doing some speed training, which is interesting because that's how you generate distance.
Long hitting Canadian Taylor Pendrith, 68 today.